Hello, lovelies. It's G here from Cosmic Thread Tarot. Thank you so much for being here with me today. How are you doing, lovely, lovely Virgos? Yeah, look, y'all already pop it off. Okay, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you might have Sagittarius in your chart. If you do, you might feel guided to go check out Sagittarius. Also, Cancer, go check out Cancer too. Damn, who you dealing with? Could be dealing with all kinds of stuff. Things are balancing out. Movement's happening here. Things are shaking out for you, Virgo. Just figure out what's going on. So this is for March the 28th through April the 3rd. As always, it's a general reading, okay? Yeah. It's a general reading. So if this doesn't resonate for you, you're more than welcome to please go check out your sun, moon, or rising sign, okay? If we could have some cross watchers here since I said sun sign. So you are welcome here as well. Okay. Oof. I'm gonna be honest with you, Virgo, you might be working on something that's kind of actually building up your heartbreak. I'm not sure. Tell you what, I know Capricorn is dealing with some crazy shit. The Hangman. Capricorn is dealing with something. I don't know why I felt guided to mention that, but I had to burn some sage on that. Here, let's bring this over here. Star card, you could also be dealing with an Aquarius energy here. I'm going to pull your spread and then we'll talk about it. And then if I need to pull clarifiers, I'll pull that. King of Pentacles, so you definitely could be dealing with an earth sign energy here. A masculine earth sign. You got a lot of masculine energy here. Oof. One more. Yeah. Definitely on that Cancer energy. I'm feeling, or a Libra. If it could be a Cancer, a Libra, an Aquarius, a Sagittarius. Pulling a lot of like major arcana here for you. You're going to something major right now. I see the Tower card just came out. You could also, again, yeah, you could be dealing with any of the air signs as well here, right? Definitely double on the Aquarius here with this King of Swords came out. Definitely could be, the Libra sign came out as well. Virgo, definitely. And then look, as I say that, the Justice card is coming out here as well. So definitely, I'm feeling really strong with that Cancer vibe and with the Libra vibe, as well as you. And a Gemini. I was gonna say if the Lovers comes out. So definite big air sign energy here for you, Virgo. Okay. It's on the back of the deck. Ooh, again, really strong Libra vibes here. Queen of Swords. Or just air sign. Lots of air sign vibes. Or you're just talking a lot. Talking a lot or thinking a lot. Or again, with this King, I'm just going to be honest with you, right? With this King of Swords and Queen of Swords, you could be having a lot of arguments or fight in a relationship, especially with this Lovers card here, okay? There's Tower energy here as well, okay? So let's try to break it down. Hangman energy here for you, Virgo, okay? You could be feeling stuck. Spirit is trying to put you in a particular situation where you are... The Hangman energy is like Spirit being like, look, I'm going to hold you right here till you look at it. They're showing me somebody where it's like, where you like, or like put somebody's face and you're like, look at it, look at it. And it's like, I'm not letting you go until you look at it, until you examine it, until you heal it, until you talk about it. They're shining a big, bright, light neon sign, bing, 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 on it for you, okay? And they're like, this needs to be healed. It's something that you're really holding on to really strongly, and you know that it's not for you, okay? Your spirit guides here is definitely here. This King of Swords is definitely representing a spirit guide here for you, okay? Archangel Michael could be really strong. You could pray, or you could be one of your homies, okay? Could definitely be an archangel that's really here for you, but it's also giving me this King of Swords energy. It's also giving me it's time to cut cords with this, or it's time to let this go. It's time to evolve beyond this because you were holding onto it so tightly and it doesn't make any sense. You could also have an air sign coming to you being very truthful, standing in their strong masculine energy. They could say a very like a very inconvenient truth to you, or it could just be kind of like, hey, they could call you out on something, or just tell you the truth about something that they've been dealing with or that you've been dealing with, or there could be a truth that you need to tell an air sign specifically. Yeah, because that justice card came up like 2 or 3 times. So spirit is trying to bring justice into the situation for you. It means that you or that somebody has wronged you in the past, and the truth about it is coming out, definitely with this King of Swords here. If you're going to have a masculine energy or somebody in their masculine energy stepping forward and telling you the truth about how they feel about something, it is going to be a tower moment here for you. It is going to be a big shocking change. It's going to be a very, like, you're not going to see it coming. It's going to be very surprising. It's kind of giving me like a blow your mind kind of energy, like what do you mean kind of energy. And I think it's going to be, I'm hearing confrontational. I don't think this person it's not giving me aggressive energy. Now see, if a king of like a king or a queen of wands came up, I might be seeing like aggression, or I might be seeing something. I definitely feel like it's going to have you in a situation here where it's not giving me a strong like argument necessary energy, but it is giving me a strong, like, you want to stand up for yourself, you want to defend yourself, you have something to say about this sort of type situation, and you feel like there is a clear winner and a clear loser in this circumstance, right? And it could be you could be like, I refuse to admit this, or I refuse to address this because I just don't want it to be an issue, or I don't want to make it an issue, or maybe this other person has been not saying something to you because they don't feel like making an issue. It's coming out, Virgo. And it's coming out really soon. It could come out this week, right? A Tower card is really quick action, right? Especially with that that Chariot card came out twice too. It could be very quick action, especially if the eight of wands came up. This is coming up within this week. This is coming up definitely within this week. And it definitely is going to leave you in a situation where you are being put, it's time to make a choice here, okay? It's time to make a choice. It could be a choice between lovers. This could be a choice between ending or continuing a relationship, a friendship, a partnership. It also could be a choice between, hey, like, there is a decision here between your lower self and your higher self. There is a karmic choice here that you have been holding on to, or something that you've been holding on to. Your spirit guides have been telling you, hey, this is here. It's right in front of your face. You need to heal this. You need to pay attention to it, but you're holding on. You don't want to let go, but the truth is coming out here, right? And it's going to be a big major tower moment. And it's going to leave you with this kind of, they're showing me like kind of like an episode. It's like when you watch your favorite show and they leave you on a cliffhanger. That's what it's giving me. It's giving me like a cliffhanger at the end of this week. For some of you, it is going to be the end of this week. Sometime in this week, this is going to come out, and it's going to leave you being like, what should I do? And then they just showed me like a person like being like, and then it like fades to black. Like they will do like leaving cliffhangers like on episodes of TV shows or something like that. That's what they're showing me. At the end of this week, it's going to leave you with this like, what should I do energy. For most of you, spirit saying you kind of know, but for some of you, this is gonna, like, it's you kind of know, but it's gonna come up in an unexpected way, and you're gonna be like, whoa, I didn't expect it to come out like that, or for it to come up like this. Yeah, the World card, it is the chance. It could happen while traveling, or it could happen around something. It could have to do with somebody traveling towards you, or the world card is also the end of an old cycle and the beginning of a new one. What the new cycle is that begins is really going to be up to you and how you choose to handle this situation, okay? It's a wish fulfillment. You have a wish here. You have a secret wish that you've been holding on to, that you've been hanging on to. There's something that you really, really want. Spirit has been showing you, this is the way you get it. Here. It's right here. It's right in front of your face, but you know you got to do it. It's something that you don't want to do, right? It might involve, you might feel like it's something sneaky, or you might feel like your spirit guides are feeling like, okay, we're going to have to kind of trick you into doing this. It's kind of the feeling that they're giving me. Star card here, but they're definitely shining a light on it, and it definitely has to do with healing, and it 100% has to do with speaking your truth. Okay, 100% has to do with speaking your truth about something. What is this? Yeah, it's gonna very quickly come out. It's gonna go from 0 to 50, not 0 all the way to 100. And I'm not seeing this as a confrontation. It's giving me like somebody's gonna say something, somebody else is gonna say something, and then somebody else is just gonna blurt out something that they've been holding back, something that they feel. They're just gonna be like, boom, and it's just gonna be like, wow, they just laid that out on the table, like, and you know that it's something. that you've been wanting to talk about. You know, this person's been wanting to talk about, but you're just being really quiet about it. You're not really bringing it up. You're kind of just trying to bury your, it's like they're showing me like an ostrich burying their head in the sand, like, nope, it's not happening. It's not real. I'm not going to face this. I'm not going to deal with it. It's just going to very suddenly, like, boom, lay itself out. Okay. And it's not, it could come at a moment where you feel very kind of, it's not giving me big angry vibes. It's just giving me like somebody is just going to be like, are we going to talk about this or what? And you're like, what? Talk about what? And they're like, don't play. And they're like, okay, you want me to lay it out there? Boom. Oh, it's like, yeah, okay, let's talk about it. It's kind of giving me those vibes for sure. Empress. The Empress is what was sticking out. It could have to do with a mother. It could have to do with you being a mother. It could have to do with your mother. I'm hearing confession. It's big confession energy. Why are you holding on to it? Oh, Four of Pentacles being clarified by the Four of Cups. Rejection. You're scared that this person won't hear you out, or that they'll reject you. They won't want to be with you anymore. They won't want to. But I feel like it's time again. There's big, strong, like Cancer energy here, or just movement energy as well, right? It definitely could have to do with a marriage, or have to do with somebody that you live with, somebody that you have children with. Okay, this Empress, Four of Wands, and the Chariot card. It could have to do with, you could be traveling with your children, or you could be traveling with a mother figure here. Okay, you could be in a car traveling somewhere, going over to somebody's house. You could be traveling. I'm seeing like a couple or somebody like traveling to your mother's house, or traveling to pick up your kids somewhere, and somebody's just gonna bring up this conversation, and you're just gonna be like, are we talking about this right now? Like, yeah, we're talking about it. Like, okay. Or you might bring it up. You could be talking about the future, or something that's like, where do you see this going? Or, you know, what's going to happen now? You're trying to figure out a way. You want victory in this circumstance, but there's definitely here with this Emperor card, it definitely could have to do with a mother, father energy here, whether or not that's you're a mother, you're a father, it's your partner, or if it's having to do with your parents. There's a big energy here of around kids. But it has to do with the adults. It's not about the kids. It's just about either these two people that are having this conversation um, have kids together, or they are parents together, or it's about their parents, something like that. But you're really afraid. You're holding on to this because you're really scared that somebody's going to get hurt here. Somebody's going to feel rejected, or that you're going to feel rejected here. Okay, but wow. Just that same energy over and over and over again coming out. This message, you're finding out something. You're going to find out something, and it's going to, like I said, either it's going to come up in a conversation and that's just going to make you say it, or another person is going to find out something and they're just going to be like, look. And it's not giving me huge confrontational vibes. It's not giving me anger vibes. It's not giving me argument vibes. It's just giving me, we need to talk. We need to have a conversation about this. And it's not going to start with, it's not giving me the sense of, oh, we need to talk. It's giving me a you know, like literally two people just like driving in a car, and somebody's like, okay, so are we going to talk about blank? And you're like, are we? It's like, yeah, no, we need to talk about it. Like, okay. Now, either you're that person saying that, or this other person, but it's a karmic lesson here that you are really learning, is to speak up and talk about whatever this is. It definitely has to do with a karmic cycle here. And it definitely has to do with something that hurt you in the past. It hurt you in the past. Somebody said something, or they did something that really hurt your feelings. Or an offer here. This is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for a blessing, right? Your spirit guides are coming forward saying that this person speaking your truth, or you standing up speaking your truth and saying what it is, right? It's actually a blessing. It's an opportunity being offered here to squash this, or to get over it, or to move on, or to start a new cycle, right? It is definitely going to be a big tower moment here for you, but it is an opportunity to move on and move past this particular circumstance. The Tower card. Yeah. Again, justice. You are receiving justice. Something here. The justice card appears either because there's Libra energy or because just in general balance needs to be brought. There was injustice that was done in the past and a justice is being brought out here. Now, whether or not this is you did something wrong to somebody in the past and now this conversation is your justice, you're being confronted about it, or just like we need to talk about this, or you felt like somebody did something or sneaking around saying something to you behind your back and you are opening up to this person. Like I'm saying, confrontation feels like too strong of a word. It just feels like, let's talk about it. Like, let's talk about it. Like, it's time. It's time for us to talk about it. Let's just talk about it. And again, Two of Swords is about a decision that you're being faced with that you haven't met yet, right? There are two possible options, right? And again, going into this lover energy here, it definitely could have to do with a soulmate energy in your life or like a partner energy, okay, here. And soulmates don't have to be partners. Soulmates can be your children, husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, friends, co-workers, bosses. They can be all different kind of people. They could even be animals, right? But this is definitely a person here. I really feel like this is you talking to a person about, there's three people involved here, right? So there are two people. You're talking to one person, right? And it's about another person that seems like they're on the outside of the situation here. I'm not I don't know. But it's a tower moment. This tower moment is coming up and it's going to leave you in a situation where you're like, what do I do? Which way do I go? What should I do? What should I say? But this is your justice. This is justice coming up for everyone involved in this situation. For this to just come up. So there could be a beginning of a new cycle here, right? Yeah, exactly. Judgment is being passed on the situation. It needs to end, period. It needs to end. You could be talking about a betrayal here, and definitely here with this Emperor energy, it definitely could have to do with the father or the father of your children. Okay, but like I said, it's a karmic cycle here that needs to end, and the justice in it is that it's going to end this cycle, right? It's going to end this cycle of not speaking up. It's going to end this cycle, and on the other side of it, right, is happiness. Ten of Cups. So it's giving me like this is going to be resolved. Like it is going to be resolved. It's not giving me. It's not. It doesn't feel heavy. It's giving me a situation where on the end of it, whatever you choose is going to bring you happiness. Whatever comes about is in the end going to bring you happiness. Now I'm not saying this tower moment is not going to leave you in a big, because the tower moment is a big sudden change, but it's not coming up in the reverse, which is good. It's coming up in the upright, which means that it's it's a possibility for this to be rebuilt. It just this foundation can be rebuilt on. It just needs to be rebuilt in a different way, right? It needs to rebuild. The trust needs to be rebuilt here, or something in your past that gave you issues on the way that you were building up this mindset or this particular relationship or this situation here. There is a possibility for it to be rebuilt and for it to have a very positive outcome. This is a great outcome with this Lover's card and the Ten of. That's the biggest emotional satisfaction that you could get out of this situation. It is going to bring satisfaction to everybody in the end. But I don't know how long that end date is away from this situation. But it's giving me this sense of relief. Like, finally, we just talked about it. Finally, we just did something about it. Like, yeah. Because right now it's lingering. It's something that happened in the past here. It's a betrayal that happened in the past. Okay, it could have involved here. It could have also involved some kind of earth sign energy here. Okay, or it could have involved a boss energy, somebody that you worked with. Yeah, but look, definitely could have happened in your childhood, but there are so many good cards here. It's like this just needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about so it can be squashed, so it can be let go of, so you can feel better, right? Yeah, they're showing me like they're saying ripping the band-aid off. So it's like this needs to be aired out so it can heal, right? There is a point when we get a wound when we can put a band-aid or some kind of covering over it, but there is a point where it's like, okay, you're gonna have to take this off or so we can get some air, right? So we can get some air so the scab can harden so it can really begin the really healing process. It's past the the, raw, really sensitive, doesn't need to brush against things, touch things kind of issue, right? It's healed up enough, but it's like, okay, this needs to come to the surface, rip the Band-Aid off, right? And allow the air to circulate and allow the healing process to continue, because you've been stagnant and not letting this healing process continue, right? Because you have been afraid as to what it would mean, or you've just been afraid to talk about it or to just bring it up. It's giving me you're giving me a very non-confrontational, I don't, let's not even talk about it, let's just get over it. But Spirit is saying you're gonna have to talk about it to get over it, to really get over it, right? And once you start opening up about it, you might realize how much stuff you were actually bottling up about it, that once you get it out there and you say it, you're like, oh, I feel a lot better. I thought it would have been a lot harder to say this or discuss it or say what I needed to say. It might be hard to talk about it at first, to bring it up, but once it gets going, it's going to come up and it's going to resolve itself. You just have to let it resolve itself. But there is this issue here inside of you of being like, but somebody has to lose and somebody has to win kind of energy. That needs to be resolved inside of you. That's what's keeping this. Like, somebody's going to lose, somebody's going to win energy, right? The truth is going to come out, though. Ace of Swords. The truth is going to come out. I'm hearing Spirit say better to come out this way, right? Spirit is giving you an opportunity. Well, they've given you an opportunity, right? And it's like, it's better that it comes out this way, Spirit says, than if it comes out a different way. Because if it comes out a different way, it might come out of a place of anger. It might come out in like an actual big blow up or argument or something. It's better that it just comes out this way. Just talk about it. Because it's been weighing on you heavier than you want to admit that it does. So just let it go. And on the other side of it, it's going to feel better. Is there anything else you want to say to Virgo, Spirit? Yeah, no. Death. It could also have to do with a Scorpio, but it's just transformational energy. Whatever the situation is, you need to let go of it. You need to let go of it. Talk about it. Yeah. Let the truth come out. Right? Let the truth come out. So it's like, okay. So you can come to a state of, okay, where do we go from here? Right? Once the truth comes out, we can figure out what we're going to do from there. Right? And in the end, you can figure out what's going to give you the best happiness. Right? What's going to bring you the happiness. For some of you, it is about a relationship in some kind of way. But I'm not getting that it's romantic for all of you. But I definitely feel like there's 3 people involved in this. Maybe multiple, maybe more than 3 people, but there's 3 main people involved in this situation right here. Yeah. The Death card means a rebirth. It is on the horizon, right? And after the death happens, right, the sun can rise again, right? Then that sun can come out. But the truth needs to come out first. And that's when the sun can rise, a choice can be made, and the rainbow can come out, right? All right. Well, that's what I have for you, Virgo. This is this is giving me, for a lot of you, if this resonates for you, this is playing out like this week or within the next like 2 to 3 weeks. It's playing out like now. All right, Virgo, thank you so much for being here with me today. If this does not resonate for you, I'm sorry, but it is a general reading. Okay, check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs if you are not a sun Virgo. Okay, already go ahead and check that out. Okay, check out or check out last week's reading or check out next week's reading. Whenever you're finding this, it's meant for you. Okay, thank you so much for being here with me today. Check out down below in the description box, there's all kind of links. My email address so that you can reach out to me and contact me about getting personal readings if you're interested in that, as well as the link to my online virtual shop where you guys can buy my decks that I make myself. You guys can purchase those there. Okay, thank you in advance anybody that does that. Or if you feel guided to donate or tip to the channel, give some chips to the channel. I'm hungry. Okay, some of you might be eating chips or something like that while you're watching this. I don't know. So any of that, okay? Thank you guys so very much for being here with me today, Virgo. Okay, I'm wishing you the best. I hope you find the peace, love, and light that you need in this situation. Okay, go ahead and get it off your chest so you feel better on the other side of it. It's gonna get better. So just trust that, trusting yourself and trusting the people around you. Okay, thank you guys so very much, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye, Virgo.